Hi guys, good afternoon, good morning, good night everyone. And today we are here for another video of Cricket Caviar. You can see the smile on my face because IPL is over and I'm very happy that my boys will be talking about test cricket and all the other sorts of international cricket, which really gets me excited. So
Yeah,
so we'll be talking about India versus South Africa upcoming T20 series and ongoing test between New Zealand and England, which is at a very crucial stage. So hi guys, how are you doing?
all great. Yeah, good to get back to some test cricket though. And this IPL was not that fun anyways. So ठीक है. Let's move on, guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we expect
so
that. And
post IPL world certainly getting the withdrawal symptoms, and there is nothing to watch every evening. Thanks to French Open and the Test match that has started recently, I'm able to watch some sports and enjoy some good quality cricket and tennis. So yeah, thanks to that.
yeah, I thought the withdrawal symptom won't happen this time, but it did. I found myself watching some old YouTube videos of cricket. Like yesterday, I saw again like that sad India versus New Zealand World Test Championship final. Then I saw like an old ODI match, India versus South Africa in 2005, where Yuvraj hit a century, but we still lost. So
Cool,
yeah, that
cool.
happened.
Yeah.
That happened.
And I was just traveling, so yeah, not missing sports too much. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're in the.
I think withdrawal will kick in because this was a longer IPL. In terms of number of matches, we had 74 matches. Normally we have 60 matches and 14 more matches. So yeah, definitely withdrawal symptoms are there. And so let's move ahead and let's talk about some T20 series coming up. And a very crucial T20 series coming up right now is India versus South Africa. So I just want to discuss that. So this series is very important, and it is proven by the fact that Rahul Dravid, who was going to miss this series and travel to England, is actually staying back for the complete series. So this news came yesterday that Rahul Dravid is actually going to stay throughout the series because he believes that this is a very key series in the lead up to the T20 World Cup. So I'm just going to share the PPT which I made on the squads.
Yeah.
And first, let's have a look at the schedule for this series. So this is a 5 T20 series, and it's starting in Delhi on June 9th. And there are some interesting venues thrown in which normally have not been featured since last 2-3 years. Cuttack is there, Visakhapatnam, Rajkot, and obviously we are back to Bengaluru again. So this is the 5-match series from 9th to 19th. And it will be interesting to see over the course of 10 days who comes on the top. My prediction is South Africa. I'm going for South Africa to win this series. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens and what are the combinations played. What are your views on this series?
Yeah, so this series is very, very important because we are up against a full strength in form South Africa side. They have a really complete T20 team now. So no wonder Rahul Dravid decided to stay back, and I expect them to win 3-2. I expect India to do. I expect South Africa to win 4-1 at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great opportunity, and I think Rahul Dravid probably recognized that Indian fans are always passionate about their team when they're playing Test cricket and ODI cricket, but we already write our team off, especially because how they have played in the last few T20 World Cups or historically, even though. So, and even though we have the best league in the world, T20 league in the world, Indian fans still don't have hopes with the team when we go to Australia this year because we know what happened in the last T20 World Cup. So
and there
again,
is a yeah, and there is a
but
world
yeah,
record
having said
at
that, in
stake
the
also.
next 5 months, yeah, this T20 series has 5 matches, and then we are going to play England and Australia, the best T20 sides going around before the World Cup. So this is a great 5 months for Indian team to learn and try to justify that. Yeah, we play IPL, so why can't we win the World Cup? So
yeah, and there is a world record at stake actually. If you so India has won 12 consecutive T20 matches,
Yeah.
and that is a very rare achievement. Afghanistan and Romania. So Romania is a European country, and Afghanistan. We are tied with them right now. both have 12 consecutive wins. And if we win the first T20 in Delhi, it is going to be a record-breaking 13th win for us. And, ironically, this streak of 12 wins started when India actually lost to New Zealand and, they beat Afghanistan and Ireland. So that is where the streak of winning T20 started. So 3 matches by Kohli as captain and 9 matches by Rohit as captain. And so India have a rare chance to, create a world record here. So it will be interesting, and we'll just go through the squads and, you can chip in. So this is the squad of, first I'll start with South Africa because I believe they are the favorites.
This squad looks scary
series.
to me, guys. Just look at it.
Yeah. I mean, batsman, Babuma, Markram, Bandit Hussain, Riza Hendricks, David Miller,
and Dickov.
And I'm not able to find Temba Babuma. He's the captain, right? But I'm not able to find him.
Yeah, I can't believe Wayne Parnell is back. Like, wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, I thought that guy retired or something.
Yeah.
And
I think Keshav Maharaj should play, man, because he's a good spinner and he can. So I forgot to tell my prediction. I think I also predict India to win 3-2 just because, how our spinners bowl. So guys like Chahal, Akshar Patel, if they're playing, it will be very hard to combat for the South African middle order.
Oh, interesting predictions. And I will predict actually that South Africa to win 3-2 just because the form that QDK, Miller, QDK and Miller, I feel these two, and also Tabraiz Shamsi. I think these three will be the key players. If
even QDK and Miller will be the best batsmen for the series. Like
even Markram was in form, and Babuma, anyways, he plays very well against India. So odds are stacked, majorly against India.
Babuma
Markram was also really good for Punjab this time. So yeah, they are in the more informed side for sure.
I don't actually think Babuma deserves a place in T20 side, but usko kya opening karenge ya kya, that we are going to discuss in our next slide. So this is my probable 11 for South Africa. So QDK is definitely opening, and we have Riza Hendricks as the second opener. We have Rassie van der Dusen at number 3, Babuma at 4, Markram at 5, David Miller as 6. Now, there are 5 bowling options. Pretorius, Jansen, Rabada, Nortje and Shamsi. But if you remove Temba Babuma or you make him the opener, so that allows South Africa to play Keshav Maharaj, either Keshav Maharaj or they can play Wayne Parnell. That gives them a 6th bowling option. So that is going to be very interesting because, they have good all-rounders. They have Tristan Stubbs, who is also an all-rounder, or they can play an extra batsman like Klaasen. But yeah, they can play Maharaj, they can play Parnell. So I want to know where Babuma fits. Like, what do you think about Babuma? Where does he fit in the 11?
I think opening is the best, considering the form QDK is in. It's best to slot him in at the opening and maybe send Riza Hendricks at 4 or someone else.
Or Riza Hendricks will drop
QDK back. I think the other player needs to be an anchor. So Babuma fits perfectly when QDK is in form. So I think Babuma will open. And as you mentioned, I think Klaasen can be drafted in the side because we have seen he performed well against India's wrist spinners previously. So
Klaasen has been very on and off. He has not played very well since a few matches now, a few months now. So I'm not sure if he'll get it.
I would say ki Temba Babuma to open and maybe play Keshav Maharaj because they may need a second spinner. And Markram,
but they already have very good 5 bowlers. These 5 bowlers were all in IPL. So they've, except Shamsi, but Shamsi is again world class. And again, Aiden Markram can bowl 2 overs. So I don't think they need Keshav Maharaj. So that's why I was thinking maybe they need extra batsmen.
So you are saying Klaasen, you would prefer Klaasen, you are saying. And Kunal, you are saying Riza Hendricks at 4. So you're okay with this lineup, I think.
Yeah, it's a very strong 11, guys. Yeah, this is a very strong 11. I'm feeling unsure about my 3-2 prediction now.
No, India also has a very strong lineup because they don't have Rohit and Kohli, so don't worry. So, so we'll come to that.
Yeah. But
So
but
we'll
your
come to the
favorite
Indian
KL is
squad.
there.
So we'll come to the Indian squad, which has two designated batsmen as per Crickbuzz. But obviously, KL Rahul is also a batsman, and we have Rishabh Pant, Dinesh Karthik. One of them only is going to keep, and Ishan Kishan also is not going to be keeper. So all-rounders में we have Deepak Hooda, Venkatesh Iyer, Hardik Pandya and Akshar Patel, and Yuzi Bishnoi. And one more thing interesting will be to see whether Bishnoi will be dropped now because Yuzi has come back. Because, Bishnoi had a good T20 series. If you recall the West Indies series and the Sri Lanka series, he had a really good series there. So I think it will be a tough call. And
yeah, I think it was a time when India started looking other than Chahal and Kuldeep, so that's why he got a chance. And yeah, he did not have a great IPL, so I'm unsure that it will work in his favor this time.
I
But yeah,
think he
he's
had
a.
an
I
okay
think he's a
IPL,
good
except for that Rajat Patidar knock. I think he had an okay IPL, but yeah, Chahal had a much better IPL than him. This is my probable 11. So obviously, KL Rahul being the captain is going to play, and Ishan Kishan, Shreyas Iyer, Hardik Pandya, Rishabh Pant is obviously going to play, and Deepak Hooda is probably going to miss out. Then I have Dinesh Karthik. Then I have Akshar Patel at 7. And I have Yuzi Chahal. Obviously, Bishnoi can also be a factor. If Yuzi Chahal का पहला मैच अच्छा नहीं हुआ तो maybe Bishnoi can come back. Harshal Patel is definitely, I think, he's going to be there. And Arshdeep is going to be there, I think. And Bhuvi or Umran में से कोई एक होगा या फिर Arshdeep Umran में से कोई एक होगा. So what do you think
I'm
about
surprised
this
you
team,
put
guys?
Arshdeep and Ishan Kishan in the 11. I'm surprised by those two numbers. Otherwise, everyone else, yeah, they fit in.
You're surprised with Ishan Kishan and
Arshdeep, like in the first match, yeah. Arshdeep
Arshdeep.
might be later in the series, but first match that's a bit surprising.
So you are going with whom in the first match? Are you going with Avesh Khan or you are going with Umran Malik?
Yeah, I think Avesh Khan. Avesh Khan and Bhuvi might play. Even though I want Umran to play, but Avesh Khan and Bhuvi. And do we have any other opener choice other than Ishan Kishan? Oh, we have Gaikwad. Okay.
Yeah, I think Ishan Kishan is a better choice than Gaikwad. Even I was thinking who can we send for opening? Maybe it's going to be Ishan Kishan only. However, are you sure about sending Shreyas Iyer at 3 itself? Maybe we can slot in Deepak Hooda to get some
I think
firepower.
Shreyas Iyer, देख यार अभी IPL हुआ है लेकिन they will definitely remember what Shreyas Iyer did in the T20 series in Sri Lanka. So
yeah.
I think definitely that will be in the back of their mind कि Shreyas Iyer played those knocks. So I don't think and Shreyas Iyer had an okay IPL. I mean he didn't have a great IPL, but I think they will stick with Shreyas Iyer at 3 and Hardik Pandya may come in at 4. I think because he has
should come
proven
at 4
himself
without a doubt. Yeah, he should come at 4
yeah.
without a doubt. And now he's like a senior in the team. So.
And Rishabh Pant ki jagah, I would have liked Deepak Hooda because he gives a bowling option. But I think they will stick with Rishabh Pant. So and Dinesh Karthik also. So it's going to be interesting. And yeah, India do look a very good team. Because Rohit and Kohli out of form batsmen are not playing here. But what do you guys have to say? Do you have any other choices for the 11?
Yeah, I'm not happy with the openers because we have seen Ishan Kishan started slow in a lot of matches. And so if both KL Rahul and Ishan Kishan will start slow, then I think it will be a lot of trouble for us.
So who do you think is a better option?
Unfortunately, another choice is Gaikwad, who also starts slow. So I'm not happy with our top order.
So this is the best top order we can get in that case, right? We don't have any options.
Yeah, with this squad, I don't think that we have much options. But yeah, I don't believe that Ishan Kishan starts slow. Yeah, definitely he was having a bad patch, but he's normally he gives the team a flyer. So I don't consider him as a slow starter. In the same category as KL, I don't consider him. Gaikwad is an anchor, so I can consider him in the same category as KL. But I think Gaikwad also is brilliant once the 10th over. After the 10th over, he tries to attack a lot. So Gaikwad,
So
I
you
don't
guys
think he's
don't
going
think
to
Venki
play.
Iyer will play as an opener in any of the matches?
I don't
Majorly
think
out of
so.
form player. Yeah.
I don't think Venki Iyer is going to get a chance in this series. I don't think he's going to get a chance.
And also, I feel
But
maybe Avesh Khan can be a better option than Arshdeep. I just like Avesh Khan a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see how it goes.
And I like the fact
Yeah.
that Shikhar put Hardik Pandya on number 4. So, yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
again, we're not sure.
I
Team
would.
might play Pant ahead of him. We're not sure about that. Yeah. But I like Hardik Pandya at 4.
Yeah, that is something that we have to see. Like what order does he bat? But I think Arshdeep will get the game because his selection has been on the back of some good bowling, which he has done for
Yeah.
Punjab, and very economical spells. I think they may give him a try. With Umran Malik playing, they will always fear ki, and even Avesh Khan, he goes for a lot of runs. So they need someone along with Harshal Patel to bowl in the death. And I think Arshdeep will be a good choice for that. But yeah, let's see how it goes. These are the probable 11s. So we are more or less happy with the Indian 11 here. South Africa 11, I think Kunal was hinting that he wants to play Hendricks at 4. And we were saying ki Temba will open. We all agreed that Temba will open. And I was saying ki Hendricks to be dropped and extra all-rounder Keshav Maharaj to be played. And Pratik was going for, I think, Klassen. So that is the summary of
because I think Markram can bowl through over the spin. That's why I said Klassen.
Yeah. So
but yeah,
let's
man, this
see.
is
And
very exciting series. Especially, I don't remember when last time India played in Cuttack and Vishakhapatnam. So it'll be a lot of fun.
I think we had a game in Isaac last year.
No, we did not.
Yeah, I
Cuttack
think
has
we
been
did.
aged.
Cuttack mein though I have seen a live match, so it's I have seen live matches in both Cuttack and Vizag actually. So yeah, both venues are great for me.
Cuttack mein, yeah, before 2010 जो match होते थे बहुत मजा आता था. They used to be low scoring thrillers वहाँ पे.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will
this
watch
is a
the
T20 again. And monsoon mein pata nahi, we may get a rained off match now. Monsoon is going to arrive in India on 10th June. So chances are there that some matches get rained off also. So
I hope we get to see a 5-over match.
It was raining in Bangalore today. Let's see how it goes. I plan to go for the Bangalore game. Yeah, as usual.
Wow.
Okay. So coming to the England-New Zealand test now. So we'll talk a bit about the England-New Zealand test. That is still poised beautifully. I think 128 for 4. Currently, England chasing 277. And they are 149 runs away. I think what would be a tremendous victory if they get it. And even for New Zealand, it will be a tremendous win because we all wrote off New Zealand on the day one.
After the first session itself.
Yeah, after the first session itself, I think everyone wrote off New Zealand. And what a comeback from the Kiwis, especially from Tim Southee and Jamieson bowling those fantastic spells. But
very
the key differentiation.
At a lot of times we were like, yeah, now England is gone. Okay, now New Zealand is gone. But they keep coming back. And yeah, unfortunately, Stokes got a chance today. So unfortunately for New Zealand. And now I feel like England is like right there. It's like 50-50 at the moment. This partnership is huge. 59 runs of 155 deliveries. So
yeah, so England's best 2 batsmen batting right now. This is going to make or break the game. Let's see. Not very high hopes from Folks or Matty Potts after this. Anyway, so what do you guys think about Anderson's bowling in the first innings? Anderson and Matty Potts.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Matty Potts. I like his name, Matty Potts. It's so easy to remember. Like kind of. So I love his name and I loved his bowling. I thought if you see his bowling spell, he has terrific variety. I mean, he bowled a lot of full length balls and he was swinging the ball. But if you see the dismissal of Daryl Mitchell in the first innings, he bowled a short pitch delivery to Daryl Mitchell and got him to play down. And that is a fantastic awareness of the game. And I couldn't believe that he was actually making a debut here.
Yeah.
So he was so perfect. And on a Lords, it's such a big day for an English cricketer. You're making debut on Lords, and he was so calm. And even in the second innings, the way he has bowled today in the morning session and got England that chance of winning the match, I was thoroughly impressed by Matty Potts. I think he's the one for the future for England. Although my favorite Vokes is not playing, I would still say that Vokes should play for Ollie Pope, because Ollie Pope has done nothing to prove that he deserves to be a part of England. And today
No,
also,
Vokes
if
is
you
not
see his
completely
dismissal,
fit.
it's
Vokes is not completely fit.
okay.
I think he will.
Yeah.
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 That's another
But
thing. Like we saw a new talent this time, Matty Potts. So if all of England bowlers are fit, I don't think any other country has such a great pool of fast
Yeah,
bowlers.
missing Ollie Robinson as well. I mean, Robinson has been
Wood
really good
is
in the last
injured.
year.
Sam Curran is injured. Like Archer, we all know is injured. So
yeah,
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 but
Ollie
yeah,
Robinson
I'm
is
not
still
surprised by
the highest wicket
Anderson.
taker
Yeah, because,
in WTC.
Yeah, I mean, such
yeah.
a contrast between England and Australia, right? Australia is playing the same four fast bowlers across all formats, and England has so many options, but all of them keep getting injured.
Actually, I think in the last 5 years, I've seen Hazelwood, Stark, and Cummins like in all the Test matches as well. They
Yeah, in
don't
Test
change.
matches in the T20 World Cup as well, they keep playing
Hats off to
everywhere.
those guys, man. They hold so many overs. And Anderson is amazing, man. Like I'm not surprised this time, even though he's playing a Test match after 6 months or so. But he's always consistent, especially in England. He is the best bowler who has ever bowled in England, I'm sure. And but to be honest, I like Tim Southee bowling more than Anderson in this match. Tim Southee was just brilliant. He was hitting the right areas,
Yeah,
and he was very difficult to negotiate. And one more thing, Matty Potts took Williamson in both innings, which was I think incredible for a person to debut. So
Yeah, his first Test wicket was Kane Williamson, so he'll remember that forever.
yeah.
Yeah. But guys, I just want to discuss the differentiator till now in this test has been the partnership between Daryl Mitchell and
Tom
Tom
Blundell.
Blundell.
Yeah.
We did not expect, we did not even select them in our Dream 11 teams, and we did not expect these two to fire, especially after New Zealand were 56 for 4. And and what a partnership this has been. And I was so surprised that they were actually playing a lot of strokes on a pitch where there is a lot of movement. They were taking on the attack, and they were scoring at a strike rate of 68 plus. Just before the close of play, 1 hour before the close of play, they decided to, not play those shots, and the strike rate fell from 60 to 50 after that. But actually they were playing at the strike rate of 60, and that surprises me because this is the best of Anderson, this is the best of Broad, and you have Daryl Mitchell, who has just one Test 100 against Pakistan, and Tom Blundell also has one Test 100, and both of these guys, playing so much better. And we expected Latham, we expected Conway, Williamson to fire, but it was Mitchell and Blundell. So that was the surprise of this test, I think.
Yeah. No, that was amazing. That partnership, we were like, बस wicket गिरने वाला है कभी भी, but नहीं, and they, yeah, and I think they really capitalized it. It got because sun started shining for the first time in the match, and they really made the most of it. Like the pitch was getting better for batting, and they both like, and also man, Blundell had so many failures. I think in his debut he hit 100 against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka, so I was very impressed. But after that, he had just seen so many lows, and I was surprised that Kiwis picked him for this match, and he really delivered after a long time. So happy for
Yeah,
Blundell.
he actually has 100 in Australia, like where Kiwis got whitewashed very badly. So he got 100. He was the only New Zealand player to score 100 in Australia. Stark,
And I
Hazelwood,
think they
and
want to,
Cummins.
yeah. And I think they only see Latham as a keeper for only limited overs and not for the test match. So that's why he gets a chance. And also, the Kiwis commentators were talking about which all-rounder to drop for the next match if Henry Nicholls gets fit. But I think they should not drop Grandholm or Mitchell. They should drop Will Young, who's inconsistent so far.
Grandholm is already injured, so he's not. He might not take part in the series again. Anyways,
okay.
It happened
Then
just
William will get
an hour back.
Yeah.
I think the big moment today was Grandholm getting Stokes out, and he overstepped, and it was a no ball. And England would have been 70 for 5 at that moment, and that would have been the end of the match today itself, I think. But that no ball has probably helped England a lot.
That essentially changed the game. You could see that Stokes was coming aggressively at him. Stokes really wanted to go really aggressively at the bowling, but after that wicket, he has been playing with a lot of caution. So yeah, that is more or less it.
But Stokes is very dangerous. Like last 4 overs, England have scored 20 runs, so they are scoring boundaries now, and that's when Stokes can so quickly take the game away from you. So if they don't get Stokes today, I mean, in the next 10 overs, yeah, I think England has a very good chance.
No, Stokes was 1 of 20 when he was bowled, and after that he started slogging also, and he played some really aggressive strokes. So yeah, I mean, it is still very difficult, I think, because there is not, without Vokes, there is not much depth in. I think when
the first time England lower order has, just like India.
Yeah. And let's not forget, like one of Shikhar's favorite players. Shikhar will always support him. So yeah.
I still feel he should replace Ollie Pope, who is a waste of a batsman. So yes. But yeah,
Shikhar is a point. If Vokes was there in the lineup, I would have said that England ahead at this point, but I still say New Zealand is slightly ahead because they have a very weak batting order coming. But man, anything can happen because Joe Root is the most dependable Test match batter. So yeah, not dependable, sorry, consistent.
Yeah. Let's get back. Yeah, interesting game. Can't wait to watch the remaining few overs for today.
I think today will decide it, because if you see, England are trying to score maximum runs today because they know what is going to happen tomorrow on a fresh pitch. So today, New Zealand collapsed from 236 to 285. And same thing can happen tomorrow morning as well. So I think England will try to score the maximum runs in this 28 overs. And that is why I feel that this 28 overs are really crucial. And that will decide if England can get less than 80 runs to score tomorrow. I think they will be absolute favorites going into tomorrow. But if they have like 120 runs to chase at the end, I don't think it's going to be possible tomorrow morning. So these 28 overs are going to be very definitive, I think.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I want to say I'm surprised that Kiwis dropped the pacer again. Sorry, I'm forgetting his name.
Wagner. Even I was surprised.
He's such a quality player. Such a devoted player.
Like in all condition, all
gets overlooked.
Actually, they wanted to play. They got a lot of criticism for dropping Ajaz Patel after he took a 10 for. So this time they wanted to play Ajaz Patel, and I think Lords ke pitch mein thoda spin hota hai. Matlab, when the match goes to day 4 and day 5, there is some turn and there is some spin. So they wanted to play Ajaz Patel, and England also played Matt Parkinson, who got his first Test wicket as Tim Southee. So I think. But they did not expect that the pitch was...
1 over so far.
yeah, definitely. And यार एक बार बताओ, अगर ये मैच इंडिया में होता तो अभी तक ब्रिटिश मीडिया का क्या रिएक्शन होता एंड ऑस्ट्रेलियन मीडिया का क्या रिएक्शन होता? This is a very important point I think we should discuss, because when this kind of matches, this kind of test matches happen in India, the talk is only about the conditions and not about the skill. But the same thing happening in Lords, no one is talking about the conditions. Everyone is talking about Southee, Anderson, Matty Potts, and Broad today morning was really good, by the way. So why this discrimination against India and subcontinent teams still, even after so long?
Yeah, it's just like jealousy. They don't understand spin. They don't have skilled spinners. But you're totally right about that. And I empathize with the sponsors, TV broadcasters, that they have huge losses in revenue when test match ends in 3 days. But for me, I always love the test matches of 3 days. I still remember that India versus Australia match in Mumbai, 2005. That was one of my favorite match. Final of World Test Championship will be in Lords again. And one of my favorite matches recently was actually India versus Sri Lanka in Bangalore, which ended in 3 days. So I love these contests, even though I know it causes fans to get upset and TV broadcasters.
Yeah. So thanks, Pratik. Thanks, Kunal, for all your views coming in. and we are hooked to the test match. It's going to be interesting. Close ending. We are expecting some Sunday cracker tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. So let's watch and keep following, keep subscribing Cricket Caviar. We have a lot more international cricket related videos coming soon. So yeah, guys, keep tuning in. So that's it, and bye,
Hey,
bye
guys.
guys.